do a few examples of the application of L'Hopital's rule, right? So we'll go quickly because many of these examples should already be familiar to you. So the first, perhaps the most classical one, would be to consider the limit of sine x by x as x tends to 0. Now, only for the purpose of this video, even though in this course on real analysis we haven't introduced formally and defined formally the trigonometric functions and the logarithmic function and so on, you can only construct interesting examples involving the application of L'Hopital's rule using these functions, right? So let's just pretend for now that we understand what the trigonometric and the logarithmic functions are, what their derivatives are, and so on, right? So we'll come back and define these functions more formally and prove these properties much later in the course. Okay, so now if you look at sine x by x as x tends to 0, this satisfies hypothesis 2 because both the numerator and the denominator tends to 0 as x tends to 0. So therefore I can reason about this limit by looking at in fact the limit as x tends to 0 of the ratio of the derivatives, which is cos x by 1. And this limit is in fact 1. So therefore an application of L'Hopital's rule implies that this limit must also be 1. Okay, so this is just a trivial example involving L'Hopital's rule. Let's do another. Limit x tends to 0 of cos x minus 1 upon x square. Okay, this also satisfies hypothesis 2. Both the numerator and the denominator tend to 0 as x tends to 0. So again, I can reason about this limit by reasoning about the limit of, well, again, the ratio of the derivatives, right? So that becomes minus sine x upon 2x, right? From the previous example, I know that this limit must in fact be minus half. So again, by L'Hopital's rule, it follows that this limit must be equal to minus half. Okay? Next. Let's consider the limit as x tends to infinity of x square by e raised to 3x. Now again, this is just to illustrate the use of L'Hopital's rule. By staring at this limit, you should immediately know that in fact the answer is 0, right? Because the exponential function of course grows much faster than the polynomial function here. But just to apply L'Hopital's rule, note that you now satisfy hypothesis 3 because your denominator tends to infinity as x tends to infinity. So therefore I can reason about this limit by studying the limit of the ratio of the derivatives. So that becomes 2x upon 3 e raised to x. Now let's say I don't even know this, right? So what would I do? Well, note that this latter limit in fact is also an example that satisfies hypothesis 3 of L'Hopital's rule. So then I can further reason about this latter limit by looking at the limit as x tends to infinity of, again, the ratio of the derivatives, which in this case would be 2 divided by 9 e raised to, well, 3x. Right? Now this last one I know is in fact equal to infinity because e raised to 3x tends to infinity as x tends to infinity. So and therefore it follows by our first application of L'Hopital's rule that limit number 2 is in fact infinity, which by a further application, sorry, did I write infinity? It's 0, right? Sorry about that. Which in turn implies that the original limit is 0, right? Again, the point of this is to simply show that, sometimes one applies L'Hopital's rule repeatedly until one massages the limit to a form that one knows the answer to. Okay, next example. Let's look at limit x tends to 0 plus of x log x. Now as such, this does not fit in the standard form of L'Hopital's rule. So what you do is rewrite this in a manner that does. You can rewrite this as log x divided by 1 by x. Now, when you look at this, you see that as x tends to 0 plus, well, 1 by x tends to infinity. So you satisfy hypothesis 3 of the statement. And so therefore I can reason about this by instead looking at the limit as x tends to 0 plus of 1 by x divided by minus 1 by x square. Okay, which with a moment's thought you should be able to convince yourself is in fact equal to 0, which implies once again by L'Hopital's rule that this limit that I care about is in fact also 0. Okay. Now, another example, let's look at limit x tends to 0 plus of x raised to x. Right, again, these kind of exponential forms are not the standard form for L'Hopital's rule. So you now have to rewrite x raised to x in some form that is more manageable. So I'm going to rewrite it as follows. Limit x tends to 0 plus of e raised to x log x. Okay, and note that whatever is in the exponent x log x, we know just from the previous example tends to 0. Right, so that plus the continuity of the exponential function implies that in fact this limit is going to be e raised to 0, which is 1. So this follows from the continuity of e raised to x. Okay, another example along similar lines would be to look at limit x tends to infinity of x raised to 1 by x. Okay, again the way you would do this is to look at again the limit as x tends to infinity of e raised to log x by x. Right, and if you look at log x by x by L'Hopital's, by an application of L'Hopital's rule actually tends to 0. I leave that as a trivial exercise to you. So therefore you will get that this goes to e raised to 0, which is 1. Right, so here you have used both L'Hopital's rule and the continuity of the exponential function. Both of these are being used here. Okay, so these are just a few examples of applying L'Hopital's rule. There will be more in your homework.